Cześć, welcome back to Maverick Baking and to another Scottish Girl Tries Polish Chocolate. I believe this is part 9. I just really wanted to film another one of these for you guys as today is Fat Thursday. It's Tłusty Czwartek and that means it's time to eat. In the nature of today's festivities, do please go and check out Scottish Girl Makes Polish Potchki. I'll try and link it up here for you guys. Those donuts were incredible. I fully understand why you all eat about 24 of them on one day, on this day each year, because they are seriously good. Today I want to give you another installment of Polish chocolate because I found some new goodies that I'm really excited to try. We're going to start today with a product from Wawel, a very well-known Polish kind of chocolate and candy brand, and one that has given us some tasty results and some not so tasty results in our videos before. That is mega sweet. So the Wawel snack we are trying today are going to be these Nishang Kakhovka. Now these appear to be chocolate covered fruity jelly things. I found these in my local Asda. So in here it looks like we're going to have a lemon, an orange, a pineapple and even a raspberry jelly sweet. Now I don't really know how I feel about these. Fruit and chocolate can be great, it can also be awful. I'm kind of intrigued to see how this is. This was one of the more expensive products. I believe these were between £2 and £4, but it is also a big hefty 280 gram bag, which is a lot. So let's get into these Nishang Kakhovka and see if they're worth buying. I think I'm probably going to start with the orange jelly if I can, because that just seems the least kind of terrifyingly new to my palate. So we get this open, and it looks like it's going to be quite a dark chocolate. So these might have been rustled around a little bit, I do apologise, but we do have the Wawel logo on the underside, and the rest is just a kind of regular chocolate coated cuboid. There's certainly a lovely orange smell coming from it, much like a Jaffa cake or the delicie cake and jelly and chocolate style things we've tasted in previous Polish chocolate videos. It certainly doesn't smell bad, but let's see how that jelly is. That's very sweet. Okay, so unexpectedly, the inside is completely colourless, which just makes it a bit of a kind of shiny, dark void of sugariness when you bite into it. Very sweet, but quite a subtle and natural kind of orange flavour coming from it. It tastes like orange zest or orange oil. You know, it doesn't taste like those kind of artificial drop things you can get. The flavour and the texture of the jelly is very much like a Jaffa cake or the orange delicie. It's a kind of firm jelly. You know, it's not too wobbly. You can definitely chew through it. And it's a nice subtle flavour that goes really well with that kind of darkish chocolate on the outside. That was less scary than I expected. Let's move on to another flavour. Okay, so I've pulled out a raspberry. Let's see how this one tastes. Oh, that almost smells like Turkish Delight. Again, that's pretty good. It definitely has a nice texture to the jelly that stops it from being too much like Haribo or gummy sweets, but it also doesn't make it kind of weirdly sickly and runny like some jellies can be. Again, the jelly inside this raspberry one is totally clear. There's no kind of pink shade to it like I expected, but the flavour's pretty decent. A nice, natural, sweet but still kind of tangy raspberry flavour that goes well with the chocolate. These are impressing me, I'm very happy. Okay, so we'll try a lemon, we'll try a pineapple, and then we'll move on. Here we have the pineapple. Now, if you've watched my channel kind of religiously recently, you'll have seen that I tasted pineapple Jaffa cakes, which are very similar to delicie, and they had a pineapple jelly in the middle, and I wasn't a big fan. So let's see how this goes. No. Pineapple and chocolate, they need to stop trying to be friends. It's not gonna work. Finally, let's try the lemon one. Now, lemon and chocolate is an interesting one. I've definitely had lemon chocolate truffles that have been really delicious. I think the tanginess of lemon goes really, really well with chocolate, especially dark chocolate. But after that pineapple one not being great, we'll see how it goes. Okay. That almost smells like if you get a lemon scented cleaning product. That's a very strong lemon smell. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. Way too strong. Way, way, way too strong. Sour, bitter, super sweet lemon flavour. and it just totally clashes and crushes that chocolate. That does not need to happen. No, 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 no. No more. Okay, so to summarize, the Nishang Kakhovka, orange and raspberry, beautiful and quite surprisingly good. But the other two flavors, the pineapple and the lemon, don't bother. It's a no from me. Overall, it's different. It's certainly different to anything we have here in the UK. Unique flavors from anything I've tasted from Polish shelves or British. So I'm gonna give these a 3 out of 5. They're halfway there. Okay, let's move on. We have 3 chocolate bars to taste today because we don't call it Fat Thursday for nothing. So I think we're going to start by tasting these 2 bars. So I don't know if these are new, but they're certainly new to the shelves that I've seen. We have a Creme Brulee and a Panna Cotta Bar from E Wedel. Now, I know we've had a lot of chocolate from these guys, but they just seem to produce a lot of different flavors that I still haven't finished trying yet. So both these flavors seem to be inspired by other kind of Central to Western European flavors. We have the Creme Brulee, which is of course influenced by France, and we have a Panna Cotta, which even says ciao, which is influenced by the Italians. So I think we're going to start with the Creme Brulee, and then we'll move on to the Panna Cotta. So the Creme Brulee chocolate describes itself as dark chocolate with a creme brulee flavor filling. Or, to give you a laugh at my pronunciation again, czekolada gorczka o smaku deseru creme brulee. I'm sorry. So I believe this bar was probably only about 50 pence to a pound, which for 100 grams is very reasonable. Polish chocolate is always wonderfully affordable on Scottish shelves, which is just great news, really. I must say, I do also like how much they experiment with dark chocolate. It's something you really don't see much of where I'm from here in Scotland. We just tend to do everything with milk or white chocolate because dark chocolate is considered like, oh, it's too strong for my palate. Cowards. So it's really nice to see that other countries get experimental with the kind of things that dark chocolate pairs really well with. So this is a pretty snazzy looking creme brulee bar, it has to be said. We have the E Wedel logo as well as the kind of swirly things on these raised panels within each chunk of chocolate. I'm guessing that's where that filling is. So it looks like we're going to have a kind of creamy filling, and then this bit is going to contain that kind of golden caramelly creme brulee vibe. Let's get into it. Okay, so you can see on the inside, semi-decent snap to the chocolate and a kind of semi-decent shine as well. Not perfectly tempered by the look of it, but certainly not kind of chalky like a lot of British chocolate can be. So on the inside, you can see we have a nice even layer of that dark chocolate. We have some kind of creaminess going on in there. And I think this kind of little hat in the middle is gonna hide a different filling. Let's taste this creme brulee bar. Oh, wow. Okay, so in here, the texture is not what I expected. It's both light and creamy and super kind of dense and sticky. Let me see if I can give you a close-up. So that dark chocolate has a lovely kind of bittersweet flavor to it. Nothing too strong, but nothing too sweet either. That creamy filling has a nice kind of vanilla vibe to it, but on top, that rich kind of toffee-colored caramelized center has such a bold, buttery toffee flavor to it. And it's so dense, it almost feels like a chocolate truffle. That is seriously good. Rich, buttery, creamy, sweet without being too heavy. Definitely captures the creme brulee vibes. Really, really delicious, and I will be happy to buy this again. This is a solid 4 out of 5. Let's move on to another European country. So I think we will now take the kind of Polish route through Italy and taste the Panna Cotta Bar. So this is a dark chocolate with Panna Cotta flavoured filling. Czekolada gorska o smaku deseru Panna Cotta. It looks like it's going to be your regular kind of creamy, milky, maybe with a slight touch of vanilla Panna Cotta with what appears to be a kind of raspberry topping. Wow, okay. Serious kind of raspberry smell coming from that. Again, it's the same dark chocolate, the same kind of funky shapes on the bar, so I'm guessing these two are in the same kind of limited edition range. Let's break in and see what's going on. Good snap to this chocolate. Again, pretty decent shine, which tells you there's been some care in making it. And again, all we can really see at the moment is that kind of pale, milky, creamy filling, but there's going to be some kind of fruitiness hidden in this raised part. So let's taste the Panna Cotta Bar. Ooh, let me give you another close-up just to show you how deeply that creamy filling goes in. And there's that fruity, tangy raspberry jelly just coming out the top. And now it's a firm, kind of almost set gel, nothing too runny or gooey. And it goes really, really well with that bitter chocolate and that kind of milky filling. The kind of milky part almost reminds me of a Kinder bar. I'm not sure if you have Kinder chocolate in Poland, but that's definitely the kind of flavor it's giving me. So if there are any Italians watching, this may be for you, because I know you guys love Kinder too. The topping, though there is definitely a raspberry flavor, it's not too crazy or heavy. I know a lot of people aren't into kind of fruit with their chocolate, but this is definitely worth tasting. Big fan of that. The flavour even reminds me a little bit of Black Forest cake or Black Forest gateau. While I'm not sure it makes me think of Panna Cotta in the way that the other one did genuinely make me think of creme brulee, it's definitely delicious. It gives you that creamy, vanilla, milky flavour. It gives you the raspberry. It goes really well with the chocolate. It's rich, it's indulgent. It's another 4 out of 5. Let's move on to our final bar, which is the one I am really, really most excited about. So we're moving on to the final bar, the Karmelowa. Now this one says it contains waffelkami, I think, which is wafer flakes. Now that inside this chocolate is just otherworldly. If you're based in the UK like myself, imagine a Karamak bar or the chocolate around a McVitie's gold biscuit. Or if you're from elsewhere in the world, the Australian or South African Caramilk Cadbury bars are very like this. Just that lovely kind of caramelized white chocolate flavor. The smell. Okay, so we get into this and you can see, while we have a gorgeous kind of blonde chocolate, you might be able to see that there are chunks of that kind of crunchy wafer settled in there. I am so excited to try this. So let's break off a strip. Again, you can see just little pieces of kind of sugary wafer peeking through there. Let's see if this bar is worth my hype. Wow, super sweet. Super rich, caramelly, got that kind of vanilla hint from the white chocolate, a little bit of crunch from that wafer. It's so rich, it's so luxurious, it's so indulgent. I need a moment. Gorgeous, gorgeous buttery flavour. Like I said before, if you've ever had a Karamak or a Caramilk or a gold biscuit bar, that is exactly the kind of flavour we're talking about. My mouth is still watering just having this thing near me. The wafer, I must say, I maybe could do with a little bit more of it to give a bit of crunch, but it just breaks up all that kind of gorgeous richness. It gives it a lovely little extra crunch to something that is already really, really, really good. Obviously, it's very strong, it's very sweet. You really wouldn't need to eat very much of this. And I'm surprised it comes in a bar that's as thick and as large as this is, but I am certainly grateful for it. So I am quite happy to give this bar a solid 5 out of 5. It's just... If you yourself are Polish, you live in Poland, or you have any kind of Polish connection in your life, or just to your confectionery, do drop me a comment and let me know if there's anything else I should taste or any other recipes you would like to see me create. I hope you are having a wonderful Tłusty Czwartek. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I hope you have eaten your fair share of poczki, faworki, any other kind of Polish goodies you can get your hands on. Thank you so, so much for still being here, or if you're new to the channel, thank you for arriving. Lovely to see you. In the meantime, that's all I have time for today. I need to go top off my Britishness with a cup of tea, but thank you so much for being here, and I will see you for the next one.